Hello, guys. You all are welcome to another episode on Learn to Do It Yourself with Odyssey. And today we'll be practicing a very exciting look. Ooh. And remember, the more we practice, the better we'll become. The better we'll become, okay? So keep practicing, and you will improve. You'll notice that I am trimming my brows at this point in time. And I'm making use of a razor blade and my brow brush. So all I have to do is brush the brows upwards using the brow brush, and with the aid of the razor blade you trim off the excess hair. There are no rules that applies to these, but all I will emphasize on is why carrying out this particular procedure, be extremely careful to avoid giving yourself an injury, more like a cut. The next stage is the exfoliation stage, and I'll be using simple micellar water to carry out this procedure. Apply using a cotton wool and ensure you clean it effectively until there are no debts on your skin. And micellar water is a deep pore cleanser, helps protect the skin and keeps it devoid of dirt. So keep on with this procedure until your cotton wool appears devoid of dirt. We'll be moving on to the next stage, and that's application of toner. And a toner helps to keep the skin calm and protect it also. But I also forgot to mention that this particular toner also contains a moisturizer that helps hydrate the skin. Now we'll move on to the priming stage, and for my priming I'm making use of an oil block because I have facial hairs. So makeup is all about finding out what works for you. And I found out that an oil block works best for me because of my facial hairs. After the primer dries out, we'll move on to the foundation application stage, which will be using three shades of foundation. The A very dark shade, the shade that's your skin tone, and a shade lighter than your skin tone. You'll notice that I'm contouring. I'm doing my contour first, and I'm making use of the dark shade, the shade that's darker than my skin tone. You'll notice that I'm applying it at the outer corners of my face and also at my C zone, which is the contour zones, the part of the face which we contour, and making use of the very dark foundation. So I'm going to blend in using my beauty blender to ensure I lay it successfully on my skin. So the next thing, I'll move in with the lighter foundation, which is my exact skin tone. As you can see, I'm applying it, and after applying it I would blend it out using my beauty blender. Please, I would like us to take note of the areas where I'm applying the lighter foundation, and also take note of the way I'm blending it. Take note of the manner at which I'm blending it in using my beauty blender. After this procedure, you will notice the uniformity in my foundation application, the little or no difference between the dark shade and your exact skin tone. So the next thing is to apply the foundation that is lighter than your exact skin tone under your eyes, and I use this as my concealer for my under eyes. So ensure you blend properly using your beauty blender, and please, while blending, do not apply much pressure. Just take it easy, apply gently until the foundation is evenly distributed. I also extended the application of the light foundation to my forehead, my jaw, the bridge of my nose. And please, while blending, ensure that you blend properly to avoid harsh lines and patches on your face. The next step is to set out using a setting powder, and I'll be making use of my powder palette. So this is how it goes. These are the rules. Use the a light shade for your under eyes and the bridge of your nose and your forehead. And also for the outer corners of your face, you have to go in with a dark shade. And that dark shade, more like a contour. Use a darker shade of the powder for your outer corners, the outer corners of your face, and also at the C zone. You apply the contour. So we're going to move into applying the blush. I'm making use of powder blush, and I'm making use of the orange shade on my palette. And after making use of the orange shade, I'm applying it at my cheekbone, slightly above my contour, and in between the area where I'm going to apply the glow. So after applying the orange color, I went into the brown color and I applied it also. So at this point, we're going to be applying the translucent powder at the sides of the nose, under the eyes, at the forehead, at the jaw, and at the sides of the jaw. This application will further enhance the appearance of the contour on our face. So the contour by the side of the nose and the contour at the sides of the jaw. So the next thing we are going to do is the application of the contour on the nose contouring. And this is done in order to make the nose appear pointed or slightly smaller than its natural appearance. So the next stage is we're moving over to the brows. And in this video, I did my brows behind the camera because a brow needs a separate tutorial altogether in order to become perfect. And you don't just become perfect with the brows in a day. You keep trying and trying and trying until you become perfect. So here I used lighter concealer beneath my brows, and I'm using the exact skin tone concealer above my brows for easy blending, so that I can easily blend out and make everything appear uniform. So in order to make my brows appear lighter and have a feather look, I usually go with this technique. It's a personal technique I learned on my own. I take a bit of concealer, and then using my brow brush, I use it to brush my brows upwards. And by so doing, the brows begin to appear lighter and look more natural. So this is a personal technique. So the next thing I'm going to do is to set my brows out. I'll use a lighter powder shade beneath my brows, and I'll use a darker powder shade above my brows just to set them out. And this setting helps it not to crack. It helps the concealer not to break. Now for the eyeshadow look, I'll go in first with my powder palette using the darker shade at the outer corners of my eyes. I'll use a darker shade for the outer corner of my eyes. So I'm doing that for both eyes. And the next thing, I'll go in with my eyeshadow palette. I'll be using the bright orange color. Immediately after the darker shade, I'll apply it at the crease of my eyes. So having done that, I'll go in with this bronze color on my palette, and I'm going to apply it at the bridge between the dark matte brown color and the orange color. So I'm going to apply it in between that transition between the two colors, and then as you can see how bright it's popping, it's coming out unique and uniform. That's the goal of the eyeshadow application. The third color I'm going to apply is slightly golden color, and we'll still apply it at the transition between the three colors. You'll notice that the eyeshadow eventually becomes brighter and unique. This is just the goal. Now we're going to line our waterline. As a beginner, I'll advise you, if you tear up much, please, you can jump the stage and use the underneath eyeshadow to define your eyes rather than line the water lines. And the next thing we're going to do is line the eyelids, and you have to be gentle with this. After this stage, we'll move on to the mascara application. And while applying your mascara, you have to be gentle with it also to avoid staining above and beneath your brows or your eyelids, and also smudging your eyeshadow. I did my lip work and fixing of my lashes behind the camera because I'll be making a separate video for the brows, the fixing of lashes, and how to prepare your lips and also line your lips, and how to apply colors on your lips. So you notice that I'm dusting off the excess powder on my face using my powder brush, and I'm applying a lighter powder beneath my eyes. That's underneath my eyes. Continue blending out using the exact color of your skin tone. Now I'm applying my glow at my forehead, the bridge of my nose, and at my cheek. So I usually smile just to get to the exact point where I would apply my glow on my cheek bones. So when I smile, I get this defined look, and it helps me apply it. The next thing is the application of the after makeup spray. And this after makeup spray helps the makeup look more uniform and also helps to hold it together for as long as you're gonna wear it all day long. So this is the end of this tutorial, and this is what the look is like. Please share my video and comment. If there's anything you do not understand, you can write at the comments below and I will reply. Then don't fail to subscribe and share my video. Thank you for watching Odesi Beauty Empire. Learn to do it yourself.